know, a lit situation. Y'all lit over there? So I'm back. Previous videos, maybe I should have changed my shirt, made it look like I was doing different days, all that good stuff. But baby, no, I'm doing all of this in one shot. I came on earlier today when I was preparing my products for my personal use. And then I told you guys that I was going to come back and show you guys once I'm organized, show you guys about how we have inventory as business owners, as um, partners with this amazing American company, Total Life Changes TLC 2.0, as a Canadian who has been, you know, living this lifestyle, taking these products, being a product of the product, utilizing this amazing business partnership to help my other ventures. It's truly a vehicle for me. And I'm just showing up more. Not that I haven't showed up before, but I'm showing up a lot more to in a different way, just breaking down how, as Canadians, you too can thrive in this business. Now, I mentioned in the last video, go back and watch it, how I operate in season. I run my business in season. The world flows in season, and as a new season is coming, we just finished our 30-day challenge, and then we jumped into a 15-day challenge, which just finished off, and that consisted of just us being active, walking 5K miles each and every single day, 3.1 mile 5K steps each and every single day, and drinking 64 ounces of water, something like that, drinking some water and just creating good habits, creating consistency, creating what you call it, just accountability for a lot of people. And we started this back in December and rolled over into January. So we were ahead of the game because we know once January came along, a lot of people was going to be like, oh, I'm in the gym. I'm waiting until January. When January comes, when, and all them stuff, right? But we were ahead of the game and we kept everyone accountable. So that was one way of me preparing my body into what is about to come into the New Year's. We are operating from a seasonal stance, set point, right? So we're in the winter, it is hibernation, it is a slower month, it is a darker, the foods are different, your body is receiving things differently. Persons are going to bed earlier or it's getting darker earlier. So our body has to transition into and operate into that mode. So what are we doing to help and assist it? Hello, great, awesome, and amazing evening. It is in the evening where I am at. It's that time. So greetings to you. Welcome. So that's what I was talking about on the last video, and that's what I do, that's what I operate, that's what helped me to strive. So we were talking about organization and how to put these things in front of you and making sure that you're successful on your what. Now, as a business person, I told you I was going to come back and showed you how I'm taking inventory. I mentioned how if you are in partnership with me, then you're having minimum of three things. um, One for yourself, one to sample out, and one to sell, right? These are on hand products if you were to have it. Sorry, always become a product of the product so you have for yourself. This is your home base. Again, if you guys want to recommend something else, I can store these in some cute glasses, some containers, some cutesy stuff. Send me the link, send me the information so that I can, be inspired every time I walk in my kitchen and I see it and, excited to have my product. But we're going into vending season. We're going into spring season. Do not let this cold weather fool you. Do not let this blizzard that's coming tomorrow, supposedly, fool you. But make sure you know and understand that spring is coming. So we're not preparing our body for that time. Okay. In that season, there's going to be different foods, different requirement, different transition in your body. So how are you preparing your body? Now I'm showing you how I prepared. I showed you how I prepared my body in the last video. And in this video, I'm showing you how I prepare my inventory. And so I know what I need to order to put back in stock so that I always have accessible products at all times. Now I'm showing you how what preparation looks, because you guys prepare for work, you guys prepare the gym clothes and routines for when you're going to the gym, right? Oh, welcome. I would love to. Um, I need to follow you. I would love, love, love to learn more from you. So, anyways, sorry guys, sorry to be, get distracted by questions and all that good stuff. But yeah, so I'm showing you how to prepare your inventory for your business as you're already in business with me. You're already in business with the organization, the company that I am a part of, and you're in Canada and you are not sure how to run it. Again, we have business partnerships all over, so don't get like confused, don't get distracted, and don't get turned away because you think I do not serve persons all over the world. But a lot of the market in Canada, I'm talking to my people in Canada because I've seen in the past, I've been here since 2017, I've seen in the past that a lot of people have struggled, and then there's little information to the Canadian um, for when it comes to this industry or any industry as it relates to multi-level marketing or networking products, right? Because many of the companies out there are featured to Americans, so you have to make sure us as Canadians we learn the conversion and all of that. You learn the conversion and all of that. So you want to make sure business is profitable for you, because not only are we buying wholesale and selling retail, right? And we're also provided with an online retail drop shipping store loaded so that it's accessible for people who can shop all over the world. But as a Canadian retailer, how are you converting your money? How are you um, breaking down these products? How are you tracking your inventory? How are you making sure that you are, on top of your game and you know your business? Right? So I do have my inventory list there. I have my flavors. I have my watermelon flavor, my tropical punch flavor, and I do have the original flavor, lemonade flavor. Doing my inventory made me realize that I am low on our lemonade. I do have sample packages and I do have personal packages, but I do not have monthly supply packages like watermelon here. So these would be considered as a monthly supply, and in each package it's 25 sachets. So when you're breaking it down into your trial kits now, right, you can take 5 of these or any of our teas, right, any of the teas, the fruit punch, the original, the watermelon, our coffees even, right? They also come in sachets like that. And if you have our Nutriverse in this pack, it also can be broken down. Even if you carry the brewed tea comes in 5 packs, right? Individually, they look like this, but in the kit, in the packets, they come like this. And 5 of these will be in here. So you basically purchase 4 and get a fifth one for free. But this is what that would look like. So it's all conducive for multiple purposes. You can sell them wholesale, or you can break them down and sell them retail. But we are purchasing it in US dollars. So we want to make sure when we are, and these are something that I train with you one on one, where you're making sure that you're breaking down and converting the money to make sure that it works for you and you are not losing out, or you're not just getting or you're not walking away even. You have to price these things in a way that you are still profiting, that you are still profiting. So, doing my inventory, these are the things I have. And for me, even though we have over um, 70, 80 products or more, I focus on what works for me, what works for my business, what's the top selling products in the company that I partnered with, to use as a vehicle, to use to help with my, you know, my growth in my community and how I can help other persons. I focus on things that I've tried myself and I know about. I pretty much know about a lot of the products because this is actually one of the first books. I read up on my products. I know what's in there. I study it, right? We have this what before the instant packs came out, we had this monthly supply, but then we broke this down, and again, it comes in 15-day packs, or it comes in a monthly supply. But I know what I am talking about, and I know what I'm selling. I know what I'm giving people. I know what it should do. I know if someone is not seeing the results that needs to happen, I know what to recommend, because there must be something that you're not doing enough of. One may be drinking enough water, right? One may be you are backed up with so much toxins that you need to give yourself a little grace and give yourself a little bit more time. You maybe need to double. Instead of drinking one, you need to drink two, okay? Or you need to make the formula in a certain way, but we definitely need to be in contact. And that's another great thing of how I run and operate the business, that every persons that I connect with that sell with me, they're able to have that open consultation with me. We can set up a GPS call and see how we can work some systems to help you get there. So, doing this inventory of my cleansing system, I realized that I have one, two, three, four, four out of five of the flavors that I normally have. So, I know I have to restock on one of my flavors, which is lemonade, I mentioned earlier. The second thing I noticed by doing this inventory, because before I wasn't paying attention, I was just, making orders, just making sure that I keep up with my orders and my monthly orders. And if people order from me personally, I make sure I get those and have those, and I make sure I get I keep ordering the most popular products that my customers always ask me for. So again, doing this inventory, I realized, okay, well, I have way more of one product than the other. Just looking at it let me know that. But now that I know the numbers, you got to know the numbers of your business. You have to know the numbers going out, the numbers coming in, the numbers, because what you track increases, right? So again, by doing this inventory, I learned that. I also again learned that I need to restock on some things. So let's start with the tropical instant monthly pack. So now we have this. I have this. I have 6 packs of these, and then I'm going to minus one, and I'm going to create sample kits. Now I mentioned earlier there are 25 in here. So 5 days, you can at least make 5 trial packs and have them available for retail. What does that look like? That simply look like you taking 5 of the tropical. There's 25 in there. And you can take 5 of them and you can put them If you're serious on branding as you're building, get some colors that go along with your business. If you are looking for good labelings and things like that, we'll talk about that more some other time. But to start out, if you don't mind about branding, um, nobody knows you anyways. They're not going to care what you come out looking like, just as long as you're professional, right? A lot of people look at the aesthetics too much, I feel, when they're starting business. And I think that's a way of distracting yourself from just getting started, right? And I've been in business for a while, and I'm using branding stuff, and then I use like non-branding stuff like this, right? Things you could get on Amazon, things you could get in the dollar store. Like, don't make it complicated. Be very simple. Keep it simple. Simple. So packages like this, or even like that, and you open them and you place your products. You place your five um, instant teas in there, and you create your trial pack, right? Of course, fix them, let them look cutesy, neat, right? I like that, how it has a see-through, because then you can actually see it, whether you're walking into other stores to present your products to anyone, whether you're putting it in mom and pop stores all over your city, to make sure that it can sell, like even at the convenience store, at the counter where you can see those energy drinks and all these things. You can leave these amazing packages similar to that in stores in your area that relates to what you're selling, so that you can introduce it to everyone, put it in front of the people, right? You can put a label with your information back here. You can use these packs. These are a little bigger, and I'll use another flavor. Well, you can also make multi-trial packs, multi-flavored trial packs, where you're putting the different flavors, including the coffee, two of each, or whatever, up to five, and then you can wing it like that, and also put your business card in, and have it available to shop. These things are sealed. They can be sealed, and they can be put away. But there's multiple ways. If you're the one going around walking with it and presenting it and selling it, at least they're cute enough, they're neat enough, they're compact enough, so that it can fit in your purse, it can fit in a bag. You can go out there and you can retail it, or you can have persons come and pick up at your location or at a location. So the trial packs and I ship out these all the time as well. The trial packs, when you purchase these, you can prepare it just like that, professional, neat, nice, ship it out to persons, or have people in your community pick it up. Okay, so of course you're breaking down this 25 sachets pack, which is a monthly supply, which is now a weekly supply. So how you take this tea is drink it for 5 days, rest for the two, and then drink again for another five. This is why it's 20. It's a monthly supply, so it's 25 sachets in there, and you're drinking at least one tea each and every single day for 5 days. That's how I teach my people to take it. Persons will drink it over the weekend as well, so they'll take it for 7 days straight. So you're drinking 7 days, or you're drinking two teas, two sachets, right, a day, daily. It's up to you. You have to, work the system, figure out what your system is, and stay committed to it and work it. So that's how you break down the trial. So for tropical, I have 6 of these, and minus one of them is going to turn into a 5-day trial kit. Okay, so boom, I have that. Now, when it comes to the watermelon, I have 5 of these, right? And minus one of them is going to turn out into the 5-day trial pack. Okay, and I'm going to do that over and over again. So that's what my inventory is like now. And then I also have coffee, which coffee is, I have about 3 of those. And I normally don't do trial packs for coffee, but I normally give like samples, like little, like one and two here and there, because mushroom coffee is still fairly kind of new to people over here. And this system here is actually Delgado means slimming. It's actually a slimming or weight management coffee. So it's not just going to give you that boost of energy. It's going to help you to maintain that weight, or even, lose the weight with just drinking this coffee on a consistent basis. Again, 1 to 2 a day is fine. If you like your coffee a little bit stronger, I say get one. But this is premium coffee. When I tell you, especially premium cost coffee for us Canadian, let me tell you, it costs. Okay, I personally haven't had anyone purchase this coffee on hand as a monthly supply. Online, yes, but on hand, no, because the cost, okay, is premium. Okay, it's really good mushroom coffee. It's not just coffee, but it's also a weight management coffee. It's a slimming coffee. This system here alone will get you slim all the way down. It will also help um, manage your appetite and all that stuff. So it's not going to cost you like the regular coffee. Okay, it is premium. Okay, now get in your bag and get some. So I have three of those, and I'm still debating whether I am going to put them in trial packs. To be honest, I already know what that looks like, but it's again testing the market because I haven't really put this out there like that. Thank you. I shall. Um, what else? What else? I think that's it. Yeah. So here's another thing that I can show you. Again, all my brochures and flyers and pamphlets and everything is over there, except for I do have this one where you'll see persons with their weight management story. In the back of here, you can put your information. It's like a door hanger. That's one marketing material. You have something similar like this where you're losing, your little pamphlets and stuff that you have, right? That it shows the products, it gives information about the products. You create these for yourself, get some information to share, and all the other products you want to mention. So just, creates creates a drizzle, a drip. So the thing with the bigger package, I have different sizes because we have different size products. Okay, so NRG capsules can go in here. Now they're making them in the little bags, so you can put them in here. One sachet, I would say, has about um, 3 capsule in there. And this is what I'm talking about. I didn't mention that earlier on the live when I was showing you the different packages, but this is what, because I wrote down the inventory for this, and I actually need a re-up on NRG because I've been going in on NRG over December, January. Like, I've just been on go, and this has been saving my life. Okay, this, this, yes, with this, yes. So I'm very low on here. Plus, I've been sharing it with a lot of people. Okay. So I definitely learned from this inventory that I need to re-up on those. So different packages, different sizes. Again, you can find uniform colors that you want to stick with and brand with. So when people see it, they know it's you. Or you just want to start where you are, grab where you can, and just go. But yeah, so bigger packages like this, then you can create a kit. You can not only place your business cards in it, but you have the tea, that the brewed tea you can put in there along with your multi packs and make another pack, or you can put individual one flavor packs in there as needed, right? Create your kits so that it's easier to, and price them so it's easier to just get cash on hand. And again, my Canadians, Okay, it's easy, it's simple. Um, just do it. Just do it. So I hope that was helpful for you, and those of you who are part of this growing business. We are global. I personally am looking for new business partners, and I'm looking to working with those of you who are very much interested. We do have. You don't have to know what you're doing. You just have to be willing to learn. You just have to be willing to learn and earn. You will just have to be willing to get up and take action, right? After you have learned, implement what it is that you want to see for yourself. So you'll see the results. So that is what I'm doing. Um, I was supposed to do all of that, say all of that while creating my kits. But I said all of that, and now I have nothing else to say to you. I've said it all. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask. But we were going to talk while I was creating my kits. And I feel like I've said everything I needed to say. But again, if you have any questions, I would definitely love to answer. But I'm preparing the body, preparing my accountability system for what I'm about to engage in the next season, and preparing my inventory and products to make sure that when I'm ready to go back out there and do retail and do vending and do pop-ups, I have my products ready to go. I don't have to do it last minute. How you find pop-ups to go to and how you contact them and things like that. Maybe we can do another live about that, and I can talk to you about how I go about finding my my pop-ups, finding where to do a pop-up, finding where to do vending or vending markets and things like that, and have and be able to sell my products. I will have to do another live on that. So right now I'm just putting the tea in the sachets and sealing it like that. You can put your information back there. You can get a labeler. You can put a label on it and write on it. You can get ready-made labels and place it on there so people will know. I wouldn't recommend that you cover the clear part because you want people to see what they're buying. And because this pretty much brands itself, it's already a branded product. That's amazing. Monetize off of that, right? And then we have other ways where you can basically, you know, prepare the product for them, so to speak, like put them in bottles. We now have um, some branding bottles that are created for the total cleanse movement, and we'll pretty much show you how to prep and make those teas, and then you can sell those bottles, and the bottles are being sold at $15 per bottle. Okay, and we teach you how to make the bottles, each bottle. So you will definitely, as a business owner, you'll definitely need products if that's the route you're going, and you definitely can make more money. Like if you're investing $1,200, you're walking back with 6,000, 8,000, based on how you break down the products, how you that's a really good flip. You know what I mean? How you're breaking down the products, how you're selling the products, and how you're making sure you're getting a return on your investment instead of having to come back even. And that is Canadian. Okay, you're investing again in US, right? And then your return, because again, you're making sales here on hand. And that's just the sales you make on hand. That's not the sales that you make online. So there's people in this industry who are making $20,000 a week, $2,000 a week, $200 a week, $20 a week, no money at all a week. It's simple. It's at the effort of you. Like, where's your effort? What are you willing to put in it? How are you going to show up for you and your business? As long as you've invested in the business, you are going and go out there, you are going to make back your return. All right. So I hope that was helpful. Okay. So again, I am, sharing these amazing products of TLC 2.0. We are back at it, bigger and better. It's another year of business, and I'm just looking forward for the fruitfulness and the multiplication, and the leaders who are about to join me and lock arms with me and get these products moving. Us working together, creating that game plan, helping people in our community to start their health and wellness journey. I'm so happy now that you are ready and you are on board. So follow me, subscribe, make sure you turn that notification on, and I'll be back some other time. All right. Peace, love, unity, and abundance. Love you guys. God loves you. Love yourself first. All right. We out.